Hi Cancer, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another You versus Them. Cancer, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Cancer, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. Cancer spirit. All right, Cancer, newcomers, I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center, I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Cancer, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A here, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, I have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is releasing this connection and the other one knows it. They are feeling, yeah, the other person's not waiting for me anymore. The blindfold is off. They've unchained themselves from me. It's making them feel lack of victory now. They feel embarrassed. They feel, you know, they feel ashamed maybe because they know they never put the work in, and now they know they may not even get a second chance. They are feeling very, very low right now, I would say, or lack of courage because they feel they lost out on the soulmate connection. The other person says, yeah, of course, because they were so selfish, they were so self-centered. None of my dreams and wishes came true here, Omkaratarot. They just kept taking from me. They took my love for granted. I was the one who kept trying again and again and again. Finally, I got exhausted. I got tired. So yes, I've put this connection to a halt now, and I'm kind of standing up for myself. I'm releasing this connection. That's my first thought, of course. I'm going to clarify all these cards for you, Cancer. But before that, let's ask the universe. Later, we'll do the dialogue message cards, and we'll, in the end, also do your action cards. Okay, so Spirit, you tell me first. What's going on with Cancer and their person? Why are they both feeling this way currently? Cancer and their person, Spirit. All right, that was quick. The first card here says abundance. Somebody is going to be rewarded for the work that's being done. Maybe somebody has learned to stand up for themselves. Second one says patience. This may require some patience and understanding. Third one says support. Look for security from those closest to you. If there has been a separation, maybe there is a, you have to go through that painful process. Maybe your loved ones can be around you. Talk to somebody, maybe a therapist or your mom or your best friend. So look for support from those closest to you. All right, so also let's start with some dialogue message cards here, Cancer. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then we'll do the clarification. Cancer and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Cancer and their person, Spirit. All right, let's take a few more from another deck. Cancer and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? And we'll take a few more from a third deck and then start the reading. Cancer and their person, Spirit. Okay, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Cancer, if any of you looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Cancer, says, I can't imagine being with anyone else but you. Someday I know I'm going to regret that I let you get away. I think about you often, and I still miss you. My feelings for you were deeper than I could admit. I hope you'll find forgiveness in your heart for me. I'm still healing. I want you to trust me. Trust that I'll know the right time to take things to another level. I really didn't think we were compatible at first. I see that we are now. I'm not your prince, and you're not my princess. I am your emperor, and you are my empress. I was taught that I had to earn love by pleasing people. All right, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start the reading. Cancer, let's start with focusing on one side, which is person A for me. Then newcomers, please remember these are not gender-based. I'm addressing this as person A and this as person B because I could be dealing with two cancers on either side. But if this is your reading, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on, who this person is for you in your life. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush, could even be a business partner, relative, best friend. So please use your own judgment. This is a general reading. All right, so person A, let's focus on you first. How are you feeling currently? Why the Eight of Swords in reverse? Person A, I think they are realizing that they did something wrong. Maybe this person didn't want to get trapped in a connection or something in the past. Maybe they were very indulgent or only thinking about themselves. They do recognize that they need to apologize to their person. This person is looking for forgiveness. They are looking for forgiveness because they are feeling now that they've been cut out. Yes, the other person has seen through their games, the blindfold is off, the other person has maybe, will never trust me again, they've cut me out of their life, I made them angry, and see again that shame and guilt and remorse that this person is feeling because they feel they lost out on the love of a very loving person, somebody whose love they took for granted. Yes, this person is reflecting on their past choices. Now they're recognizing that, hey, this was my perfect match, this was my soulmate, and why didn't I, they're missing person B basically. They're really missing person B now that the stagnancy has set in. Now they're feeling, oh, I wish that golden cup that was always being offered to me, I took that for granted and now none of my other options look as good. So they are sitting in a lot of misery and they're recognizing that maybe their lack of commitment or something, their own selfish behavior caused this separation to happen. Tell me, why do you feel this way, person A? Why do you feel sad and remorseful? Person A says, yeah, because I never put the work in, Omkaratarot. Yeah, but they have learnt their lesson. They have learnt their lesson. Now that the separation has happened, I think now they've realized what it feels like to be left out in the cold, what it feels like to be left behind. Maybe this person was already in another commitment or something and they thought, they could just give inconsistency to the other person, keep them holding on, maybe give them illusions that one day, later on, I'll take a leap of faith. But I have a feeling that really didn't work out because there's been a tower. There's been a tower in this connection and now they are burdened, they are overwhelmed, they feel, well, I did love them, I never really did right by them, and now I'm not sure if whether I'll even get a second chance. So they're feeling pretty judged by the other person now, feeling, yeah, I lost out. I think they feel they lost out. Maybe you guys had an argument or a fight or something, and they feel that the other person is now going to hold back or push me away. This was my soulmate. So how do you see the connection currently then, person A? How do you see person B? How do you feel about them currently as I'm doing the reading? Strength in reverse. Person A says, I never had the courage. I never had the courage to do the right thing. Maybe they didn't want to get stressed out by giving that commitment or something. Maybe they thought they could keep the other person as an option in their life, and they, maybe arrogantly thought that this connection would never end. Something they may have even said to the other person that, later on, once I'm out of my difficulties, we can have peace again. But they didn't make the final choice. Now they're regretting it big time. They're really, really regretting it because they feel that they wasted too much time and now the other person has emotionally maybe walked away from them. Now it's like, this was my soulmate and I didn't value that. I lost out on a soulmate bond. Six of Cups in reverse, yes. They know they broke their person's heart. Maybe they delayed action for too long. They should have taken action when the time was right, and they know they broke their person's heart. They were not ready for commitment. Yeah, this person had some problems of their own, maybe money problems, or they were in another connection. Maybe they didn't offer any commitment. Now they feel I shouldn't have done what I did. I played all those mind games, and finally I became the loser because this connection has ended. Right? So tell me then, person A, this is your action card, which I'll open later. Let's go to the other side, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. So person B, how are you feeling about this now? Tell me. Person B says, they never took action towards me. I was carrying all the emotional weight on my shoulders. I was the one who was, trying or waiting or expecting. But this person, they turned out to be very selfish. It was only about them, what suited them. Or the entire focus had to be on their life and not ours. And that's the reason, Omkaratarot, I'm leaving the past behind. I'm ready to take a leap of faith and move on in a new direction, because I recognize that none of my dreams and wishes came true here. Nine of Cups in reverse. So person B is right now doing a lot of healing work on themselves. They are healing themselves. They feel, they were not chosen, or their person kept them as an option, just kept them hanging on, but never, took that leap of faith, never offered them a new beginning. So why do you feel this way, that you have to now heal? Person B says, because they depleted my energy. Person B is acknowledging that maybe I overgave. I gave and I gave and I gave, and not realizing they're only taking and not replenishing my cup. And finally I got depleted of that kind of behavior. They took my love for granted. Yeah, that's the reason I think person B is now saying, I'm completely turning my back to this connection. At one time, I did see them as my soulmate, and that's the reason I tried over and over and over again. But right now, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I can't do this anymore, and I am now giving up. Tell me about the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, person B says, because they thought they were the boss of me. It was like they were playing the mind games. They thought they had all the control in the situation. They were rude, they were mean, they were dismissive of me. Right? So this is narcissistic behavior. I need to do what is right for me now. I'm going to now bring justice into my own life by now moving on and taking a risk or taking a leap of faith in a new direction. I'm done with the 10 wands now. I'm done. I'm done with their inconsistent behavior. I'm done with their inconsistent communication. I'm done with their hot and cold behavior. What's the point? Now I realize maybe all they wanted was some fun and passion with me. Right? So person B, tell me, how do you see the connection currently? How do you see person A? How do you feel about the connection right now as I'm doing the reading? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, person B says they were making unwise and foolish choices, and I have put a halt to this connection. I'm busy working on new things. I have emotionally detached myself. I'm walking away from the connection. I'm healing my own self. Yes, I did waste a lot of time, energy, effort waiting for a love offer from this person, but I was discontent. So yes, I am exhausted. I'm giving up. I've given them enough of my time, energy. Right now, I'm busy working on myself and working on my work and working on my business, meeting new people, trying to organize my own life. And yes, I'm ready to start a brand new chapter. According to me, this chapter has shut down now. So person B says, yes, I am standing up for myself and protecting myself, and no longer stuck in a situation where I was not honored. I was not honored. I was not respected. I don't want to be somebody's secret, and I don't want anyone to, be in a sneaky connection where they're lying or cheating or ghosting, but never offering me anything stable that we can grow from. So yes, I've blocked this connection now. I was not nurtured. I was not cared for. I was not valued. So they never made me a priority. They never made that decision. They kept me hanging. They kept me waiting. It was all in the dark, this connection. So I'm ready for a brand new soulmate now. Okay, so Let's see what actions you guys will take then. I'm going to take another deck for this one, Cancer. And while I shuffle this deck now, if the storyline has been resonating, please let me know. You can do that by tapping on the thumbs up button or leaving me a comment. That would be really, really helpful. Thank you. And newcomers, repeating viewers, do like, share, subscribe to the channel. We welcome you in. All right, so person A, I'm back with you now. Action from your end towards person B or otherwise. Person A's action. Six of Swords in reverse. So this person feels things are in conflict between the two of you now. Things are just not taking off into a smoother path. In fact, they seem to be going backwards currently. Yeah, they are in their emotions, dark emotions. They are scared that their person is now going to go off there and have a passionate brand new beginning. They're going to have something with somebody else or something. They are scared. Yeah, they are scared. You know what this person was thinking? Person A says, I thought they would just kind of sulk for a little bit, they would retreat for a little bit, then they would feel better, and then they would come back, and then we could again have peace and happiness. I thought I would just patiently wait here and let them do their healing work, and then, you know, we could create peace once again. But now they are scared. They are scared because maybe they are sensing that person B has gotten onto their own chariot and is moving off away from them. Right? So, person B, what about you? What's your action going to be towards person A or otherwise in your own life in the next 7 days? Person B's action. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Person B says, this is over. The wheel has been stuck for too long now, Omkaratarot. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Clarify that for me, please. Yeah, they are ready for a stable brand new beginning for themselves. They're focusing more on what is stable, what is grounded, what can I build from. You know, it's like, let me think about the new, which will take me into my future. So person B says, I know I need to now shut this down so that I can then focus on my future. Right now, yes, they could be out there celebrating life, meeting new people, or just with their friends or family, working on their craft and, you know, being excited about life once again. And they feel that, yeah, I know enough about person A. I found out that, you know, this person was immature or just a player. That's all they wanted from me. So right now, my focus is going to be on my own victory and success. And I think person B is going to be rewarded with a lot of success now. There was a card which said that abundance. Someone is going to be rewarded for the work that's being done. All right. So tell me about the Four of Pentacles as well. This is person B who says, I'm releasing this connection because there was no future. I saw through them. There's no future they're offering me. So I'm releasing this connection. I'm not going to stick around and be there only for their fun or their enjoyment or their passion. I don't want to be with a person who's going to treat me like an option or treat me like I'm, you know, a third party or something, and their attention is everywhere else. They're not ready to build with me. Yeah, I realized I was dealing with a trickster, and I don't deal with tricksters. I drop them. I know that I'm worth much more. I choose myself. So person B is the one who's no longer waiting around. They are accepting that this connection is over. It's time for me to get unstuck. All right, so that's what I have for you. Till next time then, Cancer. Love and light. Take care. Namaste.